Pounders, welcome back. We are running it back with Felix. Welcome to the live stream again, my man. This is like the third or fourth time we've done this.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I'm so happy to be back. Happy to be. Oh,
You're good. We hear you.
oh no, I had it running on my own stream in the background.
Oh yeah, your
I was
own
like,
voice
wait.
can
I
throw
was like,
you
what are you talking
completely
about?
off.
How you doing, man?
Good. We got episode 8 of the big board tonight. 13% full already. The little board is cruising. It didn't quite fill before the Super Bowl. Probably has something to do with the 20 max, though. If that thing wasn't 20 max, that thing would have been done a few days ago.
It would have been smashed.
Insane, which is insane. Welcome, fellow Pounders in the chat. Thank you guys for getting here early, slapping the like as always. If you don't know, Felix took down a milli on DK, what, 3 years ago or 2 years ago at this point?
Is it 2021? Right?
Yeah, 3 years.
Or is it 2022? I don't remember. The year the Rams won it. How about that?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's how I look at it. The Cooper Cup breakout season.
In that year, just a little backstory. What percent? This is the year that Cup exploded. What percent did you have Cup that year?
I had Cup around 80%.
You were basically going a full round, right?
Yeah, I was drafting Cup a full round. He was going in the fourth. I drafted him in the third because I wanted Chris Godwin to go with him. I wanted that pairing, which they went off. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers had like an amazing season. And so I had that combination of Chris Godwin and the Bucs with Cooper Cup and Jamar Chase. And
I'm guessing this led to like insane advance rates for that season.
Yeah, I had a 50% advance rate, a little bit more, but a little bit less than others, I guess.
Yeah, right. Which is insane. Like, you guys know.
24% or something like that. Yeah,
that's kind of like hitting on like Josh Jacobs, right? Like like 2 seasons ago, like Josh Jacobs. This past season, Puka, Tank Dell, and Kyron, but they were all drafted a fraction of that 8%, which is the typical 8.6, whatever is the normal like at field average. To be at field average for like Kyron, it was like you only needed like 2.4% or something.
Yeah, only 20 or 30% of the field of the time he got drafted. So he wasn't drafted like in every league, which is kind of insane to think about.
Right. Yeah.
Especially since I was fading Cam Akers. What was I thinking? Like I faded Cam Akers. I got a straight 0 on him, and I'm like, why was I not taking the backup of the running back? I was
right.
Because the year I won it, I faded Christian McCaffrey, and I was heavy on Chuba Hubbard. So like, why wasn't I using that same logic? You win some, you lose some.
And I think that brings up a good point, is how can we correlate these takes? If you're fading someone in a backfield, what's the reason for it? And is there a way to correlate like the other side basically of the ball? Like you're fading Kamara. Are you also fading Kendra? Like someone's going to score points basically, right?
Yeah. Which I faded Kamara last year and took Kendra and was
I was on that train. I was on that train too.
Yeah.
Honestly,
not mad about it.
Kamara didn't look good.
So no, it's not like they just like ran him into the ground. Yeah. So I'm kind of fading him again this year. So
the 14 catches a game didn't help the people who faded Kamara. But
yeah.
Let's go. Everyone's in the chat today. We could start by who are some of your highest exposures right now, and what are they set at? What percent? Because you like to go all in. Last year was Najee, and you had around 80%.
Yep. I'm currently a little bit lower on Najee this year. I've only had like 2 or 3 shares, which might surprise the crowd.
Wow.
But it's more of a thought process than it is anything else. My big stands I like to take this year are going to be Gabe Davis, Ray Davis, Burks, and Cooper Kupp. And Gabe Davis is going to be a free agent potentially this year. So I'm pairing him up with like different quarterbacks. And if I just hit the right quarterback with it, like in the like week 17, if they go off, then I got hit the right pair.
Yeah,
that's what I'm looking for there. Ray Davis, I watched his tape, and he looks good. I know he's old, but like we're only playing for one season. Like I don't need him for every season. If he gives me a Dameon Pierce type season at pick 17, like or whatever he is at now.
And I don't know, can the age thing work in his favor where maybe he is more NFL ready than some of these other running backs?
For quarterbacks,
right?
It's the same.
So, since he's wearing a Cincy jersey, will Higgins play there?
I mean, I'm a fan of people that won me $1 million. So
That's
Najee,
fair. That's fair.
Shamar, I got my Mike Williams over
I'm
there.
surprised because Najee seems like he goes at a fair price point now.
Right, but that's the thing. Like he doesn't give you the same advantages what I thought he would give you, and it was more of a correlated pick. I was taking Najee last year with Christian Watson. That one, I looked at their Week 17 game. They were playing, think about the players that went off Week 17. Najee went off because I saw the Seahawks, and Jaden Reed went off. Had that Jaden Reed been Christian Watson going off, I would have looked like a fucking genius.
Right. Dude, Reed did go off, huh?
Yeah. Thankfully, I had a bunch of Reed too, but I just didn't make the finals this past year.
Reed, I feel like is this like recency bias that we're doing with Reed?
He's going too early.
Just the fact that he's just so priced up. I feel like there might just be a little recency bias.
People take Marvin Harrison the second. Y'all are silly. Like as the guy that was taking Jamar Chase every single time his rookie year, second round, you're drafting him if he's going to the peak place with good quarterbacking. He could end up in New England. Mm-hmm. It's not out of the realm. And no offense, I don't want him if he ends up there. Like,
it's a shit show.
Second round is wild. If you know where he's going and you want to take him in the second round in the regular BBM, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Ish. That still doesn't make sense. Like you don't know what he's gonna.
I think the one case I would make for the Patriots, if they did choose to go that route at 3, or if they traded back a few spots, whatever it may be, they would have to bring in a QB because
but
you don't tank by pulling in Marvin Harrison Jr. and then having your elite defense next year. You're going to win 6-7 games.
I just think they're going to run the ball. I feel like it's going to be a boring offense with whatever his name is. I can't think of his name right now. Head coach.
It's likely going to be back to the roots.
Even then, second round, are we? What are we smoking? He's going to be a target earner. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying how good are these targets going to be when you can get high quality players in that same area? That's just wild to me. And
the thing that I lean this way too. You only have a chance so many times a generation to get a high pick, especially if your defense is we have a complete defense.
Yeah.
They're going to win games. They're not going to be in this top 3 spot next year. So that sort of worries me. Is there a chance that Chicago passes on Caleb? They trade back? What if they trade it back to New England? They take Marvin Harrison Jr. there, pull up another first.
I heard Seahawks were interested in the pick 1, and I'm like, what are they going to send them? Everything in the farm?
Right.
But I guess
it's one of those Bryce Young trades where it's all right, we'll give you this pick for a nice shiny QB. We need DJ Moore though. Set him up for great success there.
Yeah. I think if they got Drake May, I still wouldn't be mad about it though. I think he's better than most.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I'm just thinking of all the places he could go. It's the Cardinals and could be good. Could be. I don't know. There's a lot of risk for taking him in the second round.
He'd be insane at the Cardinals. And then Trey McBride would have to fall.
I don't know about insane because I think it'd be good. That offense isn't spectacular. They had a couple good games.
It needs a good wide receiver 1 though.
The first thing that motherfucker said, he says, "I can't wait to watch James Conner run up the middle." That guy's not peak brain here. I don't know. I can't trust a guy that says, "I can't wait to watch him run into the middle of our offensive line."
All right. So we snuck in backdoor with the draft here. We did have to tell the Pounders and the YouTube memberships if you want in on these drafts in the live stream, or if you can maybe time it well.
You got another back end.
If you can time it well. Yeah, no, this is me. This is my life. We're just gonna do this for.
You get the back. I'm getting straight middle all day. I'm getting 6'7". I'm getting Breece Hall. I'm getting Bijan. That's where I live.
If DJ Moore hits this year, we're going to the moon. Like that's where we're at.
But
Because the
honestly,
variance,
it might be
no
good.
variance for me.
It might work out because you might end up with a bunch of high end spots for BBM. Was it 5 this year?
Yeah, it is. It's crazy.
No,
we're not worried about it. It's early. We're like
3 million this year, probably 4 million.
Yeah, they're gonna up it. They're gonna up it. You would think.
Yeah. I got some information. It's gonna be higher. It's gonna be bigger. How about that? It's gonna be bigger. I don't know how much bigger. It'll be bigger.
I did like the regular season prize. I didn't think I was gonna like it, but
I
love
love
an element that you can't always.
I was playing for that.
Son of a prick.
Yeah.
For me, it's Gibbs. I've been doing a lot of this. I've been mixing it up by doing this.
I love Rasheed. Yeah.
I know you hate that. What are your thoughts on Nico in this range? Because for some reason,
I like Nico, but I understand the hate on it because they could easily bring in another player to replace him. Like not replace him, but like because his salary, his paycheck is going to be coming up soon, so they might be thinking about upgrading at that position. There's a lot of good receivers, decent receivers in this draft, but at the same time, Tank Dell kind of hurt. Yeah, let's go with the quality.
We're just
mess up that.
I have so many of these starts, but
doesn't matter. If it's the right start, then it's the right start.
I think it's fun to also bring in bring in Caleb here.
I wouldn't mind though. Like I know that you don't typically like to draft too far off of ADP, but like if you go down like 10 picks, go down a little bit, you will get a completely different draft than anybody else at your spot would typically have it. So
exactly. I think on last night's stream we did Gibbs and Rice.
Okay, yeah.
You basically, if you just select someone that's in that same tier of players, and I don't think Rice. This is the problem I have with it. I don't think Rice is in the same tier as DJ Moore.
I agree. A player, I agree.
So I think you are reaching outside of a tier, and it's like a downgrade. But is it worth it to get different for 1 week? And in this type of contest, it could be, especially if you have so many of these starts.
I agree.
Because obviously, repetition, if this isn't what hits, that's also not good. So it's good to diversify. I agree. It's good thinking there.
But you're only in 8 drafts in?
I'm like 40 if you count the slows.
Oh, okay. All right. So this is just episode 8. I got you.
Yeah, epi 8. Yeah, about 40 in. Shout out to the Dog Bowl winner here in the 6th spot, John.
Oh yeah.
Pounder in the 5, Pounder in the 7, Pounder in the 8. A couple of these guys have the draft guide, so we'll see how this looks. Ayuk goes before Nico.
I see a guy named Frank Evans in your chat. That was the name of my gym teacher / one of my football coaches.
Frank?
Yeah, he's called Wombats. He was partially deaf, so he was like, "You Wombats." He was like, "That's so funny."
Frank, did you teach gym class? Come on, Felix.
Oh boy,
catch the damn ball.
Call me Ball Magnet.
Yeah, Cardinal's the best spot for Marvin Harrison Jr. It's the same way I see it too. It's the same way I see it.
I mean, I don't disagree. I think it's a great landing spot for him, but I don't know if but I just don't see him exploding there because the offense is not top tier.
But Kyler should be healthy.
Should be.
He's crying. He's crying for a wide receiver 1.
Obviously,
in an offense that's
Warzone 4 is going to come out in November.
Yeah, that's fine. They'll play together. They'll be battle buddies.
Yeah, they're both going to suck in November, December.
See, I know he is high priced, but I feel better about the unknown with the Marvin click right now than I do Nico with this team having a shit ton of money.
I mean, I'd rather take Josh Allen. I don't even like having a second-round quarterback, but you just put up 50 touchdowns. You know he can do it. And I'm not trying to be boomer. You go on what you've seen and what you've done, but your second round, it's the
best argument for Josh Allen in this range is it's kind of ugly. The range is kind of ugly.
Yeah.
The Diggs thing, I think he becomes a clear riser if he returns to Buffalo.
I think he does kind of return there, but I don't know. I don't like the Bills this season. I don't know, for some reason it's just giving me the heebie-jeebies. Even though I'm taking a shit ton.
You just said you like Allen.
I do like Allen. I don't like the rest of the Bills.
Fair. But Diggs, you get a nice discount. His ADP is like 24.
I've been taking a lot of Dalton Kincaid. I kind of feel like Gabe's out the door, going, not requesting a bunch of money, but he's going to inquire a lot of money, and then I think he's out the door.
Are you in on Shakir at his ADP?
Yeah.
Or do you?
I'm not buying it. If he's there, I'll take it. You know what I mean? I'm not going to reach for it. But if it's with
Allen or
without, if I don't have Diggs, I'll take a shot at Shakir.
What if you don't have Josh Allen? Are you still clicking Shakir in this range?
If he's there, I'm not like gonna let him fall for no reason.
Got it. Give us Waddle. I like that.
Perfect. Yeah, dude, this is awesome.
Waddle here is
that's a silly price.
Cheap.
That's a silly price. Let's see here.
My typical clicks are Lamar, Drake London.
Yeah, I like Drake. Drake and Cooper are my guys, but either way.
I'll mix in Cooper Kupp here because I haven't been making that click as much.
We're making if you're not going to take Puka right here, you might as well take. Well, I guess you didn't have the choice there, but
yeah. Lamar's actually falling. That his ADP was 35 about a week ago.
Yeah.
He's falling. Which making Mahomes' price even worse.
I've been getting free Mahomes, man. Free Mahomes.
He should be free. Yeah. He finished his QB8 last
year. Doesn't matter.
He
could get a revival season this year.
He's going to lose one of the best.
I hope they win so they all retire. I hope they all retire. This is Chargers' year, man. This is Chargers' year. I'm big.
You hate to see it. You hate to see it.
This is our year. I mean, they're all going to retire, and then my boys, we're just going to go fill that spot in real quick.
You have any takes on the Chargers for this season, bringing in a running back?
I mean, I've heard Saquon Barkley.
What they do with their receivers.
I think we cut Mike. I pray for Gabe Davis, but I think we bring in Robin Wilson.
Yeah, I don't think Gabe can be a number 2 though. Like he just showed in Buffalo, which is probably the best situation.
Dude, I don't think he just
can't be a number 2.
I don't think Josh throws nice balls to catch. Does that make sense? He doesn't throw. He throws his lasers, and honestly, that's why I always hear him like on the jugs machine whenever I hear Pat McAfee, because they have to prepare for their hands to be broken every time that man throws the ball. He doesn't throw nice, gentle passes, man. They're lasers.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
So like
Brady threw lasers and he had 6 round.
Imagine if he goes
cross
to
players
Pat Mahomes throwing these nice, pretty, catchable balls. Gabe Davis is my man, dude. He's gonna be the guy to take me to win all the money this year. And at the price that he's going at, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, the prices. I
like.
Are
Gabe. We kidding me? What did he do last year to show that he needs to go down? He had 3 or 4 spikes. Like,
yeah, it's just landing. I think it's just landing spot for him. But there are some favorable spots.
He was at 120 when we started.
Yeah,
makes 0 sense to me.
Yeah, I like his range. Like without a doubt, I like Gabe in that range.
I would take.
I won't be
80.
I won't be as heavy just because. Here's the main
reason.
Where's
80? Can you scroll up to 80s? To the 80 ADP. Let's see here. Christian Watson. What's the difference between those two? What's the difference?
Christian Watson doesn't. Well, actually, it's probably worse for Watson, to be honest.
Yeah, there's no difference.
He doesn't have a hamstring.
You're just getting a free Gabe Davis at the end of it. I don't know. It's just wild.
I think now it doesn't matter as much with these players down here because if
who's taking Jerry Jeudy over
if they separate, like you get a big advantage. The one game thing doesn't. I don't think the argument's as good. Like the week 17. Oh, what if Gabe Davis fails? Well, is one of these guys going to be the player you need? And I don't really think so. So
Rashid Shaheed could.
I don't mind you going heavy like that on Gabe.
Yeah, that area does not make sense to me.
Right, but as in these ranges, Amari Cooper could be the guy you need week 17. So you should be mixing in a certain percent of Amari.
I've been fading Amari Cooper since his rookie year. So
he's a best ball cat, though. He's
a
best ball
solid
cat.
guy. He's just a solid receiver. I'm in the wrong on that one, but I'll fade him till I die.
Dude, borrow a 52 here.
That's
Get
nice.
this guy's ADP.
You
don't got to boost it that high, man.
Yeah, I like
Probably
it, but
for sure get him at 69. I think every time.
Yeah. Oh my god,
especially with Chase. And then the T Higgins team's to your left.
Oh,
so like,
man, what are you doing? That's all right.
Even if T Higgs were to return, it's cool. You see these small mistakes.
Hey, get your guy. Don't mess around. Get your guy.
I guess.
All right, we're up. No, we're not.
Okay, so we see a couple tight ends go off the board right before us. Mahomes goes off the board at 59.
Oh, man, Mahomes goes off.
For me, this is like an every down click.
Okay. What about Dalton Kincaid?
Okay.
I like JSN, but we got 3 solid. I've been kind of evening it out as my team goes through.
Mm-hmm. Let's bring in Kincaid. Now, I like this range for tight ends to scoop 1. If you get 2 by like the Goddard range or even Komet.
What do you think about Noah Fant in the last round? Because I've been smashing him. I don't know why he wasn't higher on my thing. But
this year seems like a better year for a Fant late round pick.
He gets to choose where he gets to go.
Yeah. And there's a lot of tight end needy teams. There's a couple bad ones, a couple bad landing spots, but
there's a place in Kansas City that might, need one.
The thing is, he's just not been a very productive tight end, and he's sort of trending the wrong way.
Is that his fault, or is that?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I think it's just the nature of the beast of the Seattle offense running 3 tight ends.
Yeah,
so if
he's
a good gamble.
He's a pass catching tight end. He doesn't really bring much else to the game.
Mm-hmm. If you're he's costing basically nothing too.
Yeah, absolutely.
19th round, he could end up in a favorable spot, and then he's going in the 140s, 150s. Yeah, because it's pretty gross at tight end after Schultz is off the board. It gets pretty muddy. Pat Fry.
I barely take him. I don't mind. Based on Kyle Pitts' exposure I had last year and having it with Arthur Smith, I'm good. I'm good. I like Pat Freiermuth. I'm good.
What are your thoughts on Derrick Henry potential landing spot? I've seen Chargers potentially.
That would be nice, but I don't know, man. Everybody says he looked better towards the end of the season. He kind of looks kind of old.
He needs to be in a running back by committee, and he's going to go to a team, right, that should be at least in playoff contention.
Yeah.
And you have to think they're going to manage his reps, I would think.
Yeah.
But the range kind of seems fair because even with managed reps, if this is
this is a good spot. Yeah.
Getting to the end zone, half point PPR, he could still end up a pretty good value click here.
I'm trying to think of a spot where he would.
But with AJ Dillon out of town, Aaron Jones at 60, just seems. Yeah. It seems like more of a sure thing than Josh Jacobs on the other side of the board.
Playing multiple running backs because he seemed to play that other kid quite a bit.
What was that?
You like to play that other kid a lot of it.
In Green Bay.
Yeah, I can't think of his name. Patrick Taylor and Emmanuel Wilson. Yeah, he played both of them.
But how many touches? 40 touches.
Yeah.
I'm not too worried about it. No matter what, these players in these range are going to be running back.
And do they draft somebody? There's a lot of running backs. I know that everybody's perceived notion of this running back class is not good. I, in fact, have it the other way. I think a lot of these are not elite talents, but a lot of good running backs. And
there's no superstars.
Right. There's no Bijan this year.
But there's guys that can put up production.
Mm-hmm. And I just like Ray Davis. I like the guy out of Tennessee. I don't love the guy out of Tennessee, but I think he's good. I like who else?
I like Trey Benson.
I love Trey Benson. Let's see here. I have a whole bunch of
I've been
Marshawn Lloyd. I know I saw this a whole. I guess it happens a few times, but his speed, his running ability is not bad. Cody Schrader, not
he's a last round pick.
Not a great running back, but he's gonna get the job done. Kind of guy. I know Estime is high for our boy Cody
Not everyone's gonna like his tape. So it'll be interesting where he lands because he's more like a Derrick Henry type, right? But he just doesn't have that breakaway speed.
Braylon Allen is also a Derrick Henry type. So like, who knows? Like all these guys are going to get jobs. They're all going to get drafted. It's just, it's all about where the landing spot is.
Herbert goes to the Allen team. And this seems like value city besides Jordan Love. I like this range for QBs.
I was one of the highest owned percentage guys of the Packers. I think this is crazy. Y'all are pushing their values up so high. But maybe it'll work out for you. Like Justin Fields here, that's crazy. Because wherever he lands, where he ends up, it's going to be like probably a pretty decent spot.
Good little note. If you are in the 12 spot and you want to start with Marvin Harrison, you want to pull him up here.
Yeah.
You can pretty safely get Kyler Murray too to mix in that combo.
I was thinking McBride, Kyler Murray stacks.
I'll make the first. I kind of like the idea of going Ingram and Kyler here, or Ingram and I guess we can wait for Tua. If we do this, we can wait for Tua and Trevor Lawrence.
Okay.
On the way back around.
So we got 2 tight ends then?
Yeah, this would be probably just stop at 2.
Okay.
Who do you like here?
I love Christian Watson. Obviously, if we want to go with Najee, I'm not going to complain. But then I'd rather have like the last good wide receiver for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So, which is another reason I haven't been taking as much Najee. Look at the wide receivers and look at those ranges. There's no wide receivers left.
Right. What about naked Fields here?
We can take naked Fields. I like naked Fields.
Let's go naked Fields, and then we can take one of Caleb.
I'm all about that nakedness.
Caleb or
Matt
Tua.
Stafford.
I think that's who's going to come back to us.
Yeah. Is Trevor gone? Trevor's still there. I mean, potentially.
Because I don't think.
I mean, who's taking?
If two of these guys are left, I think the Fields click could be a mistake. But I just like this ADP on Fields, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's mega discounted. It's someone that still has a very high single game ceiling. I've seen a lot of trades to like Washington for Fields for projections.
I've seen Washington. I've seen Atlanta.
Yeah, the Atlanta one.
I haven't seen Denver, but Denver makes sense to me.
Yeah, I feel like Denver's not in the best situation to like make a push right now, but
I never know. Trying to think of other teams that need quarterback. Like Seattle would be cool.
It's crazy, Jared. It's crazy.
It is wild.
Bendos, welcome to the live stream, man.
Bendos.
How do you value Herbert with Roman as the OC?
I know it's gonna be a lot more running, but this could open up his running.
Or Rashawn.
But I don't know, man. Like I'm actually taking a lot of his pieces just for the off chance they have a big game, but I'm not taking a lot of Herbert to start off with to see. I want to see what they bring in the offseason a little bit. Like I know that.
Which way do you think they're going to lean?
If they bring in Saquon Barkley,
yeah.
Like in my head, I'm like if they bring in Saquon Barkley, I might draft more Herbert. If they bring in a guy like Derrick Henry, I might.
It's a coach that wants to run, right? But
yeah, but
who are they going to run with?
Right.
So it might be forced to. So that'll be interesting.
But if they bring in Blake Corum, he's getting a lot of shit from a lot of different areas. The dude can pass catch very easily. They just had Donovan Edwards, this amazing secondary running back, to do that for him. And he hurt his leg the year before, so like he was just recovering. He was getting his feet back. I mean, you saw his jump cut versus Alabama. Like the dude's good. I'm a Michigan fan.
McCaffrey, welcome to the live stream. No, you're gonna have to play it back. We passed on Najee.
Yeah. Look at the wide receiver room, man.
He's off the bandwagon. He is off the bandwagon.
It's not the bandwagon. It was about where he was going, guys. It was about where he was going.
You were driving the bandwagon.
Yes, I was driving it, and then I got out and
week 17. He goes, all right, we hit. Could
I not have nailed it 3 years in a row? He hit versus the Cleveland when I won it. He hit last year or 2 years ago against the Baltimore Ravens. And he hit last year. Am I going to put it 4 years in a row? I'm not betting on Black 4 times in a row, y'all.
He's saving his best game of the year for the last game. I think, dude, but his price, and it seems like
no, I get the price.
There's a lot of certainty, right? With Najee. Like you have the certainty that they shouldn't touch it running back. Like there's plenty of positions in need. They shouldn't touch it running back.
They shouldn't.
You don't know what the splits are going to be between him and Warren.
Yeah. Does that get bigger? I did see some stat like the offense that Arthur Smith ran with like the way they ran it. Najee did better in it versus Jalen Warren, but another year older. I mean, he's only a year and a half less than Derrick Henry, so he's not like
he's like there's a lot of tread on the tires. This dude's touching the ball 250 times plus a year. It's kind of like.
And I saw his girlfriend or wife play. I mean, the guy's doing pretty good at the bench. You know what I'm saying? He's working. He's working. He's gonna be 26 this year. I don't know.
I still agree. Like, it's still not the most exciting click, but
I'm still if I see him go into like week 17, he's facing the Lions or somebody I think is probably not a great defense that they didn't add anymore to help their defense. Then I still might take him. You know, like I might push a whole round value. Everybody like we are playing for week 17. That should be our main goal, right? And if these people have a good matchup, then I want those people to have a good matchup.
I feel like it's also more exciting right now to be drafting not maybe the 0 RB teams, the hero and modified 0 RB, like your first RB off, on your team being like in that Aaron Jones range.
Yeah.
Those are some of the most fun teams I've drafted so far. But like in a nutshell, I would probably have Jake Ferg over Najee because I think there is a drop off after he's off the board. Okay.
Oh,
so we got Tua and Caleb to follow to us, which means this click was this could have been a running back or Seawat.
I mean, Chase Brown is there. Yeah.
Do you like going the Caleb route or the Tua route?
Your call. Your call. I like Tua, but
let's bring in Tua.
Nothing wrong with Caleb.
And then,
do we need another receiver though?
Do you like Coleman?
He's all right. He did okay for me in college DFS.
All right. I like Coleman over Marquise.
Yeah, I do too.
It seemed like he's
a one-trick pony.
It seemed like he really lost a step last year.
If we're gonna be honest, this is another player I'm talking about. He is Gabe Davis. This is you're telling me this guy, like they got one really good trick. Some people are better than others. I think Gabe Davis is better than him. He's like hands down.
I would much rather Gabe Davis at his ADP than Marquise Brown here.
Right.
Just because this is like QB heaven.
Yeah.
This is value QB heaven.
Jaden Daniels would have been a good pick here too.
Yep. I like Jaden Daniels. But I think there is a higher chance, obviously, that he lands in New England. Running for his life is not always a bad thing, but if they're drafting Jaden Daniels, they're not getting Marvin Harrison Jr. So
because
they have a ton of money.
Horn's going to be out.
Yeah.
Obviously, towards next year, but
Tyquan Zort,
yeah.
Devontae Parker.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
It's pretty.
Demario Douglas.
Is Juju gone after this year?
Juju, we'll see what they do with Juju, but it's just a group of guys. It's a group of Jags.
Yeah.
And if they're going QB, they're not going receiver in the first round. Do they trade back in? And then where does Malik go? He's going to be a first rounder.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to end up bringing in like a couple free agent wide receivers that are like wide receiver 3s on teams, and they're going to come in and be our wide receiver 1. Like Tyler Boyd.
Interesting. It's going to be interesting this year because what's his name's been running the ship for so long. It's going to be interesting to see what's new, or if it's still kind of status quo.
Right. Yeah, we'll see. It could be another ugly year for the Pats.
Could be. That might be a good thing. A couple bad years, and then boom, back in the thick of it with a couple good picks.
And when I mean ugly, I think like they're gonna still win 6 games because of their defense, but like low scoring games, which obviously not.
I think Ramondre was hurt and didn't want to like win any more games or put himself in danger. So I do think they're going to win more games this year. Not ruin his career all the way, but yeah,
I'm gonna have more Stevenson than I will like Demont, which that might sound crazy, but there's a better road for Stevenson being the RB1 on his team, getting 220 touches than Montgomery.
So I think the Chargers are getting Brock Bowers 100%. Sorry, he's 7-1. And I was just like, I'm excited. Like, we're getting Brock Bowers. We got a brand new head coach. Dude, we're going to Super Bowl this year. Once legalized betting is coming to North Carolina, March 11th, I'm putting 1,000 down on the Chargers.
No!
Yeah.
No!
It's happening. We're winning it. It's our year. It's our year. I don't care what nobody says.
Keenan Allen's going to be there with his cane walking in pregame.
Yeah.
It's like,
I hope we cut
it's a long season, boys. It's a long season. They clearly need to refresh the wide receiver room. This just seems like a pretty good year to do that. Some of these rookie prospects. Do you have one of your favorites between, someone that goes after like the top 3? So like Brian Thomas, Troy Franklin.
Wide receivers? No, I got a lot of wide receivers. Like
for rookies.
For rookies, yeah. Can you show me a list so I can?
Who's your ideal like landing spot for the Chargers?
Mitchell Roman Wilson. I mean, that would be great in the 3rd round. Keenan Allen won the 3rd round back in the day, and he was coming off a knee injury, and I think we can get Roman Wilson. He didn't do a lot.
Roman's mad,
but he keeps rising, man. He was in early 200s, and now he's in the. I drafted him last year, by the way, in the big board.
And he didn't declare.
And he didn't fucking declare. That was so fucking frustrating.
Yeah, I was clicking Roman early. Now that he's been rising, I've sort of been going to other clicks, but he's still in a fine spot.
Well, I've been taking wide receivers heavy early because I know like which wide receivers are good, right now.
Yeah.
And then like I pretty much end on Gabe Davis, maybe it's Traylon Burks. Like those are my last 2. I think it's gonna be a good year for the Titans, like offensive wise. I don't know about defense, but they're gonna throw the shit out of that ball, and I think it's gonna be a lot of fun to watch them. And so I'm ending right there, and like I usually have like 1, maybe 2 running backs, and so like I'm drafting all these rookie running backs. So I'm loaded on rookie running backs.
Dude, Chase Brown fell to 130. And
I know, dude. I was
like
thinking, all right, if we got past King of Kings, we have a shot. I hate Tyler Chandler anymore.
Never clicking him here. I'm not even looking at him.
It's gross. I think Gabe is an absolute lock for our 2nd pick.
This is sort of
we're the same. We're in the same boat.
So
Gabe needs to be one of them.
Okay, we'll go Gabe first then.
Yeah. I'll let you choose the running back. Because Gabe could be Gabe could end up with Justin Fields. Yeah, just never.
This could be a Staffy pick too.
Yeah, this could easily because we have
a 20-round draft.
We can't end up with the tight end too.
I like hitting this range of RBs too.
You never know.
Do you have a favorite between these?
Take Ford. I heard you guys talking about it last night. I have actually pretty light on him, but it wasn't intentional. Could end up with the full load to start off the season, and then
there's just so much unknown with what they're going to do with Nick Chubb. What's his health at right now, and is he going to come back and be the same guy? Is he going to come back and command 20 touches a game, 24 touches a game? I don't think so, especially not early. So you're expecting what? 8 games, 7 games?
So
of pretty good usage for Ford.
The only thing is that they bring in somebody that might be the real big hindrance. Because again, there's a lot of good running backs, not a lot of spectacular running backs.
But do they need to bring in someone?
Is Hunt still on the roster? Is he still under contract?
Yeah, I don't think he'll return though.
Right.
I don't think
so they're going to bring in somebody probably. Pierre Strong was nice, but he didn't really show what they wanted. They could bring in, a Braylon Allen to kind of replace Chubb a little bit.
But again, then Jerome Ford's early work would still be safe.
Yeah, I think early work, I think no matter what, he's got it. But I think week 7 on, we're playing with fire with him.
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, it's a good point. I wouldn't be surprised if they do draft a rookie in round, 5 or something, 4 or 5. But
and Tank Bigsby, like if Tank Bigsby would have hit, that would have been his what would have happened to Travis Etienne. Like he could have been replaced.
Dude, Tank Bigsby lost the backup.
What the hell happened
end of the
there?
season?
Like he was smashing it, in all the talks, and then he came to playing. He just
it was more of like
one.
It's more like football IQ and like bad fumbles, bad timing.
Yeah,
and then they end up not making the playoffs. Like,
it's just it's not a good look. Not a good look.
Obviously, you can't put that on him. Like they lost to the Titans the last game of the year.
I don't know.
But guys, if you're just joining us, go down, slap the like on the live stream. If we hit 50 likes on this video, we can be back live again tomorrow night, same time, same exact place. Give Felix a follow. Link is in the description. He does the YouTube machines over at Bestball Nation, doing some good stuff over there. You're doing DK and Underdog drafts, right?
Yep, and then I'm going to be working with Bradley this year, Bradley Stalter from the Fantasy Football Plus Network, and creating content over there as well.
Very cool. That's sick. Smooth Criminal, welcome to the live stream, my man.
Sir. I'm excited.
Flames. Get the flames out. Get the spoons out, by the way.
Yeah, honestly,
I haven't dropped the spoons.
Spoons.
Gotta get the spoons out. All right, let's see. Brandon Cooks, 141, sort of made an impact towards the end of the season, a lot, especially in the red zone, as like the wide receiver, kind of clear wide receiver 2 in Dallas. Yeah. Obviously, I think Ferguson's the second favorite target, but 141.
I'll pass.
I would start to mix him in there at 141. Cooks, not Brooks. 138. I haven't yet. Who else goes in that range? Because I'm not clicking. Oh, Kendre. Dude, I'm kicking. He's one of my top 3 young players this year.
That makes sense.
Running back to the well. I'm running back to the well.
I can't. I can't yet, man. I want to. I just haven't done it yet. I know I will as soon as I see anything he does in the offseason. I'm like, all right, I'm back. But I was kind of battered, bruised, and beaten down with Kendre, man. Especially, I nailed it. I feel like I nailed the drafts last year for the second half of the season. If we were just playing week 8 to week 17, I can win everything.
You started in the hole too much?
Yeah. I took too much risk on rookie running backs and then too much Damian Harris.
Oh, God.
So much.
And he started at 160, ends up at like 115. But that's kind of injury related, though.
Khalil Herbert was kind of
the process is still fine there.
Yeah.
Khalil Herbert, I didn't love last year. I was taking Rashawn on the back end.
I was taking both of them. I was doing what I should have done with the Dolphins with the Bears. Mm-hmm. Like I was taking a little bit of everything, a couple pieces of both. I just didn't. I made the wrong pick there. Not perfect.
As long as you're,
the process
as long as you are correlating those takes, I think it's fine.
Yeah. Well, they were playing the Falcons for week 17, so I felt good about that. But turns out I was wrong.
In this spot, I'm mostly going to here. I'll mix in some Polk. I'm going a lot of Curtis Samuel. Mixing in a little bit of Leggett, but I don't think we already have one rookie.
I can't see anything.
Oh, my bad. I'm on the wrong Underdog. No, I have too many screens up. All right, I'll make the first click. I'm gonna say it every single stream. Like he should have the clear job. They shouldn't be touching at the running back position in the draft for agency.
I've heard another spot for our boy Justin Fields was Vegas.
Okay,
we got Michael Mayer.
I don't think we need 2 tight.
You're right. We got
let's skip on tight end.
Okay.
Is there a receiver in this range that you like? Do you like Douglas or reaching up for one of these RBs?
We got good running backs. How about we go and Keaton Mitchell? We play like the end game because we got the early game with Jerome Ford.
Cool with that.
We play the end game with Keaton Mitchell and his explosive ability. A Devin A. Chain light type player.
That's huge. Really good pairing there, Jerome Ford and Keaton Mitchell, especially if you expect him to miss.
If we're gonna miss early, or if he's gonna miss early, then we get.
Yep. Really good pairing. I've been doing that same sort of process with Jerome Ford with rookie running backs as well.
Yeah.
Typically start a little slower. It makes a ton of sense. Keaton with the injury.
I think we're good at running back. Honestly, we can get one more maybe late, but I think we got good receivers, but we need depth at receiver now.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah, this is a nice build. 2 tight end. You can go 3 tight end too with this as well.
Yeah, it's just a lot. I mean, we go last round. Noah Fant. It's not bad.
Yeah, exactly. Doesn't cost you anything. Yeah, I 100% like that. Yeah, this is a good team so far. Very balanced. Like if someone falls to us, we can scoop a QB if we need to. We can scoop a running back receiver.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I've done nothing but 3-7-7-3 just for the comfortability at all spots. But
it is one of the more it's a higher advance rate type build, especially in the 20-round drafts. And where there's so much unknown right now.
Yeah.
It's then bye weeks, you add that up. If you're losing 20 points at QB.
Well, I'm losing most of my points at running back. But I'm like, I'm probably kind of set everywhere else when I have 7 of them. And I don't know. I'll be okay.
Dude, RB is the position I want to gamble on the most.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm all proven
to work year after year after year. So
today I did a draft.
That's a good build.
7 second-year running backs. I was having some fun. I could have done something else with the last one with not being Deuce, but I was like scrolling as fast as I could with the time ticking down.
What are your thoughts on players like AJ Dillon this year, Chris Rodriguez? Do you like any of these clicks?
I'm mixing them in, but I'm not I'm not making a focus to get them. I love AJ. I've always loved AJ Dillon, but he did look hella slow out there. There had to have been something. Yeah. The dude's built different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there's something about it.
Yeah,
he needs to lose like 10 pounds or something, and he'll maybe get some speed back.
Yeah. He just can't break the seams with those huge quads. They're too big. He just can't get through.
Yeah.
Just can't fit through a door.
So I think if he lost some weight, I think it actually might do him some good. But I think he could end up somewhere that could use him. That like just needs a short down back that wants to run the ball.
He could end up in the Chargers.
He could end up in Pittsburgh and taking away all that.
You think? See, I think Najee and Warren are pretty safe as a duo this year. I think they're pretty
Arthur
safe.
Smith likes to run a 3-run back system. Just put it out there. Cordell Patterson, Tyler Algier, and Bijan. The dude had fucking Bijan and didn't run a 1-back system. He took 3 running backs. Now we got Najee Harris, Jalen Warren. Come on, like
at least he was consistent. At least he was consistent. You know, he took that same process and took it to tight end.
Yeah. Man, oh man. All right, what we got here? I like Roman Wilson, but that's not really kind of what we need.
I'll make the Roman Wilson click here. I'd prefer Roman over like Mingo.
Yeah.
The Tyler Boyd click when this is our receiver.
Fun.
I don't know what Tyler Boyd really does for us.
Hyatt's fun. Ricky Pearsall is a lot of fun.
There are some good landing spots for these free agent receivers that can't command a ton of money, right? Like Tyler Boyd can't command a ton of money.
He could end up in KC. I'm like imagining all these players going to KC. I'm like, oh man, that'd be nice. Oh, that would be nice.
What about? Oh shit! Someone sniped Carr. I was gonna say Carr bringing a late A.T. Perry. Yeah. What about Geno here? Just as a third QB, it would be naked, but if
potentially, yeah,
this would be an advanced rate click.
Yeah.
Let's go with your click first.
No, go take Geno. Let me think.
Okay, this is just full on for advanced rates. Running backs, Ray Davis.
Yeah.
Or
no, Ray Davis. Take Ray Davis, and we're done. We're absolutely done running back after that. Even though I like a lot of running backs later, we don't need.
Now we're going probably. We can go 4 receivers here. We can go 3 receivers and 1 tight end. That's sort of the way I see it.
There's a tight end we both been talking about. Obviously, it could easily get sniped now, but
yeah.
Wide receivers, man. There was a Jermaine Burton. He hasn't been talked about or drafted a lot.
Dog. No, he's high on the Pounders list.
Okay.
He's high on the
I've
Pounders
heard
list.
good things about Dantes Walker. I haven't really drafted him at all, but again, I'm usually smashing running backs with this spot.
Yeah, I typically have probably at least one more receiver by this range, but we're strong at QB. We're strong at tight end. I think we're pretty strong at RB if we can get some stuff to break our way.
Yeah.
Even just between Gibbs and Jones and Ford to carry the first
half
weeks plus. Yeah, 6 weeks. Anything can happen. Like Algiers, just the cheap.
Bijan's not like
go ahead. Best handcuff you can have, right?
Yes. If you don't get Bijan, you should handcuff it and take advantage of if any of the injury happens, you should have the handcuff. And I don't know if I don't know the name of the guy, the offensive coordinator that recruited there, but like he was in the Rams situation. So like they smash running backs. They just throw them into the line. He could get a touchdown variant type game where he gets a couple TDs.
Darren, welcome to the live stream. Says my shame last year was taking too much of Rashad Penny. You are here to repent, my friend. You are now.
I didn't take any, but trust me. Sorry, man. I had plenty. Everybody has plenty of bad picks.
You have been forgiven.
Yes.
You have been forgiven, and that's where like I get a little bit of flack for the AJ Dillon click, but like, he was still the safe click, even during the all the way from the big board because they weren't going to touch it running back.
And the perfect situation happened, man.
I know. Aaron Jones goes down.
Oh, first week of the season, he goes down. I'm like, all right, I have 25% AJ Dillon.
Dude couldn't get over 8.5 points. May as well have had Rashad Penny some weeks.
And I made Najee my hero running back, so like I'm getting all these, Najee, Damian Harris, Khalil Herbert, and I'm like, this is gonna nothing. It's just
a little 4 tight ends in a row here.
Little push.
I know John's building super balanced right now. He's got 3 tight ends. He's gonna be hurting at QB, so this will be the weak point. But his receivers are awesome. We'll see what he does for late QBs because he might have to bring in like 4 guys. Like he might literally have to click all 3 of these. We'll see. Might go late Kenny Pickett. Sam Howell is good to play 6 games this year.
If you get like 2 good quarterbacks and you want to throw a gamble, Spencer Rattler is giving me like Dak Prescott vibes. Like he's going to come in late and provide good value later on in the season.
If he lands in the right spot.
Yeah, like if he lands in like a Giants. Think about Daniel Dimes gets hurt again, and you got Spencer Rattler just throwing bombs out there to Jalen Hyatt.
Yeah. Oh, we got people being caused pain by the Dog Bowl winner. John Sniping Johnson is the 3rd tight end while needing another QB is painful. It's so true. I feel like that has to be a QB there. But he still gets Levis, right? So no one takes Will from him.
And
so
again, I think Levis is going to be super sneaky this year, man. They're in a pass happy offense, man.
Yeah, they have to be.
Yeah, and you got D-Hop, you got Conk, you got whatever his name is, Burks.
Ooh, Ricky off the board. Damn.
Yeah. My boy Eric Bonfor over at Spike Week.
Yep.
Is huge on Malik Washington.
Yep. That's the guy I'm staring at right now.
Okay. My PTSD is saying Rashad Bateman is there so late, but don't do it. Don't do it.
I know. I think double tapping this is fine.
Yes.
I also think
I know you're big on Pierce still. It's not bad.
This feels like a good double click here. We'll bring in 2 rookies and then we'll bring in some
vets.
Right. You know what? Like someone like Darnell Mooney, the 4% chance that Fields does stay in Chicago.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say maybe Trey Tucker, get that other speedster in Vegas, and we didn't get Mayer. Never mind.
Didn't get Carr.
Yeah. Well, we get Mayer.
Not Carr, but yeah, sorry. Michael Thomas, is he gonna end up on a squad?
Nah, dude, he's done. He's done. He's done.
And what's going on with Olave? Like Olave going in the same range as he did last year.
Right. Actually, he's going a little bit later.
Yeah.
He was second round last year.
That's but he started around here though.
Did he? I can't remember.
He quickly rose to like 22, 21. You're right.
Yeah, I was smashing him in the second round with Cooper Kupp because they played week 17 against each other.
Mm-hmm.
But man,
what are your thoughts on Olave this year?
I'd rather have him than Marvin Harrison Jr. What are we talking about, guys? Like what are we talking about? I mean, I think that there's so many good receivers like him, Waddle, that are just being drafted way too late.
The second round is ugly though.
Why is Rashee Rice going ahead of those guys? Like, no offense, I'm smashing Rashee Rice because I can pair it up with Pat Mahomes in the 6th round, which is just wild to me. But like,
plus you have the chance that Kelsey retires.
Yeah, Kelsey retires. Rice has what 28% target share locked up next year.
100%.
With Patrick Mahomes,
unless they bring in somebody elite, but that's like.
He's going Juju plus numbers.
Imagine if they trade. Well, they want to trade Diggs. Diggs can only get traded, right? He can't get cut, right?
It's not going to happen.
Yeah, okay.
It's not going to happen. What do you get for Diggs?
I was like, what do they do if they traded him to the Chiefs? Like,
no, they wouldn't. They wouldn't.
You never know. No Brandon Beane is a weird one.
That'd be ludicrous. That'd be ludicrous.
I'm picturing every scenario with the Chiefs, man. I don't really like the Chiefs at all, but I'm like dude, I'm trying to think of the ways that our Chargers somehow lose. It's like
Mahomes is going to need help if Kelsey retires. You have to think that they're going to hit the well at some point on one of these rookie receivers.
Yeah.
It's just such a deep class, and they've been missing like the Sky Moore miss. Like they bring in Richie James, like he's not it. Watson's not it. Ross is not it.
Sky Moore in the gadget role. And don't get me wrong, he dropped. He wasn't great, but like that's where they started him at. It's like they should have put him at receiver, given him a receiver's number instead of a running back's number. Let him play it out. I don't know. It's just weird from the start. I didn't draft too much of him. It was in the very first draft of the big board 2 years ago. I don't remember when he was a rookie last year, I guess. And I guess that was, I don't know, whatever. And he was like in the last round. It was awesome. And then I was like, 2 drafts later, I'm like, what am I doing? This guy's like not really that awesome, you know. And then he was like in the 11th round after like shipcast and all that.
The same argument for the KC pieces last year was used for the Giants pieces. You can stack these guys all super late. It's like, yeah, but you don't want to.
Trust me,
you don't.
I had so many teams early on with Tyquan Thornton, and I'm like, what was I thinking? Like,
see, the Thornton pick I think is decent process though because it's a year 2 guy.
Yeah. But they didn't see him as a year 2 receiver.
Right, you're expecting a boost, not for the team to absolutely ruin him and then he gets hurt, and it just really went downhill from there.
Yeah, it went fast.
The whole offense went downhill.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the thought process is not wrong. Like Crane was on Thor, I can't feel bad.
We were both on him, yeah.
Heavy. Well,
perfect.
I like Shaheed too in that range, and that kind of saved me.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yes.
For me, Mooney seems like the best click in this range. Not gonna lie, we're a couple years removed.
Mooney fan, we win.
Mooney fan. DJ Moore, Waddle, Cup, Coleman. So we're leaning into the rookies on this one because Gabe Davis is zeros for
a couple weeks here and there,
7 games.
Yeah, but we look at our running backs. We're going to have 3 running backs potentially here in and out of the first few weeks. We're going to have potentially double.
Is there a receiver that boosts this squad that is worth it over Fant or?
You could say Trey Tucker has a big game every once in a while. You could say Rashad Bateman has a big game every once in a while. Noah Brown, if he lands in the right spot, I guess. I don't really like him, but like he seems to do well.
Let's go Noah Brown here. Let's lean into these 2 tight ends. Let's lean into these 2 tight ends here. We spent pretty good capital on them. Especially Kincaid. Like you're picking him at 61, right around that Kittle range.
Yeah.
If Gabe does leave, now you're expecting him to be the second favorite target.
No, he's absolutely going to be, yeah.
So I think you can lean into these two.
I think we can easily get scores out of both of those tight ends throughout the season, like as in flex play too. He has that kind of set.
These free agents, players like Noah Brown, who would probably go to the Chiefs and be wide receiver 2.
Yes.
Over like he'd play over MVS or should.
Yeah. Or Justin Watson.
I like these free agent guys that can't command a lot of money. I think a couple of them have a pretty good chance to land on
I like Josh Reynolds, by the way, but he's so hit or miss. And then Jameson's going to be commanding more of the offense. But Jameson's kind of like an injury-prone kind of guy. So it's like
I think Josh Reynolds had like one usable spike week over 10 points or maybe 2. He might have hit 2.
Right.
But he did good towards the end of the season. Another free agent. So
is he?
We'll see. I believe he is. Okay. Let me check.
I have no idea. I don't have a list. I need to get a list.
Not yet. We'll get you a list.
I need a list.
We have them all marked on the draft guide. You got to
get one of those.
Get one of those.
Dude, I need.
Yeah, he is. He's a free agent. It helps when it's on your own draft guide. Like my own draft guide helps me.
Yeah.
All right, let's cover some of these teams by the Pounders in the 5 spot. A-Rich, Derek Carr. That is definitely leaning into like a top 3, top 4 QB season for A-Rich.
Yeah.
I don't hate it.
He's all or nothing, so.
I don't hate it. Yeah, true. Kittle, Mayer, and Kraft.
Solid. Kraft is a little on the weaker side, but it gives you something.
Yeah. He's tight end 2 on the team, presumably.
Yeah.
Presumably.
But the other 2 tight ends are good.
No rookies. We got a no rookie squad. Let's go. Stevenson, Mostert, Warren, Hubbard, Herbert, Gibson, and Dylan. This is a click that I can't get off of. Like I need people to make it for me. Otherwise, I just end up with a ton of Antonio.
Yeah, I'm doing a bunch. He's like my second running back sometimes.
Yeah. Damn. Bad. Oh, you're going real 0 RB.
Yeah, I'm super 0. Like, yeah.
Jesus. Yeah, this room's great. This room's great. Might not even need AJ Dillon.
I think the Chuba you could have put in for another real tight end, but the receivers are decent.
Yeah, I don't hate this group as much as I think the Chuba pick is a good. Could
have been another quarterback too.
Good range for QBs at 116. Let's have a quick peek. Who goes at 116? So this is right after Caleb goes off.
Yeah, that's what.
So Jane Daniels, I don't mind that though. Like Jane Daniels,
trying to avoid that run, I guess. The rookies.
But this is I don't mind this build still.
No, I think it's good. I think it's solid. Yeah.
All right, let's. Receivers: Jefferson, Debo, Olave, Cooper, Rashid Shaheed, Wilson, Alec Pierce, Mr. Cardio himself. Mr. Cardio. Josh Reynolds.
He's a G.
Dude, it's like he's out there running track, you know?
He's good at it.
Catching anything, not getting targeted.
Hey, when he caught him, he did good. When he caught him, he did good.
That's like the Kadarius Toney argument. When I get the ball. Even I'm not clicking too much Pierce this year, but I like the build.
I do too. It's solid.
You can definitely. I think you can.
Daniels. Had Caleb Williams landed with you, I think you take him over Chuba, and I think that's about it. But he got picked right before you, so it happens.
Yeah. Sometimes it's spot luck. We'll go over the Dog Bowl winners team. John, we had him on the live stream. Awesome dude. Caleb Williams, Levis, and Wilson. So he does go 2 of those. Stops at 3. Schultz, Waller, and Johnson. Is that enough for you?
Yeah. Those 3 times, yeah, solid. Yeah.
15 picks after ADP.
I'm a little off on Waller, but I mean he has the ability. No one's questioning that. It's just he can't stay on the field. And
Hey,
his Instagram, Snapchat, or whatever TikTok it was. I'm a boomer, guys. So I'm sorry, but it was a little weird.
You just went full Bill Belichick.
Yeah,
Snap
dude,
face.
The face talk. I don't know, man. It's a little weird.
So I mean, he gets both of these tight ends to fall. So 15 picks, and then he gets Juwan to fall 12 picks. I think that's exactly what he needed. So, Brees, Isaiah Pacheco, Tony Pollard, Swift, Benson, Zach Moss, and Jamal Williams. Pretty strong at RB.
Yeah, very strong. Yeah,
I haven't seen too many people mixing in Jamal Williams, but he should end up somewhere. With. Yeah. You like this click, right? As the wide receiver 1?
So good. As your wide receiver 1, you have a rookie.
Marvin Harrison Jr., Tank Dell, Jaden Reed, George Pickens, Chris Godwin. You got Mitchell and Washington here at the end.
I don't know anything about Taj Washington. I gotta look that guy up.
He's not a click I've seen.
I haven't seen that at all.
I think it's serviceable. I like the Godwin click here too.
Yeah, I heard that they're going to move him back to slot, which is huge. If Baker and him can hit it off again this year, and him being in the slot, that's big.
Yeah.
That's
I think the biggest worry, I guess, is injuries. Is injuries for Godwin in the slot. Like I think that's why they started to move him into his new role so they could keep him healthy.
Yeah, but he didn't do shit at that role. So like, if you,
I know, but he stayed healthy.
He stayed healthy.
Oh shit. Real good distraction. All right, King of Kings, Frankie in the 7th spot. CJ Stroud with Jared Goff. I like the pairing.
Yep.
Fergie, Pat Fry, and Conklin.
Solid.
Baby Gronk. 10 picks after ADP.
I like this team.
Dude, if Rodgers returns and he's like serviceable, like
dude, I think Rodgers
great pick is at his ADP.
The Jets are underrated as one of those teams. Like going into the season, they're going to be one of those risers. I think at the beginning of the season, that's a good pick.
Same feels. Kamara, Javonte, Rashawn Johnson, Bucky, Shipley, Israel Benaconda, and Michael Carter, who we kind of, I guess we sort of highlighted him last night. Arizona backup. It doesn't look like Keontae's the guy.
Unfortunately, I try to make that happen.
Yeah, they could easily bring someone else. Behind James Conner because he's going to miss 4 games.
Could be one of those rookies he drafted.
Yeah, but I don't mind the Carter click at the end.
I don't mind it either.
It's a good running back room.
Yeah, I'd say that's his weakest spot of this team is his running backs.
Yeah, because
his Kamara still got it. You know what I mean? Like, are they going to? I think the head coach in New Orleans is god awful. Who knows why he still has a job? He should have been fired this year, hands down. And
I also think there's like a 5 or 10% chance that they just drop Kamara. They just release him for cap space.
I'm not a fan of Kamara, and I like Javonte as a player, but it doesn't seem that Sean Payton likes Javonte.
Mm-hmm.
So you're
right.
And then Roshan, I like Roshan.
I know,
but you never know. Bucky and Will.
P. Ryan probably not returning too, so that's good for Javonte, but it's also good for the backup Jaleel.
Yeah. And it doesn't mean that they're not going to bring somebody else in with this running back room.
Very efficient, caught 31 balls like sneakily.
I mean, I liked it, you know what I mean? But I understand, like, if this doesn't do well, it's going to be at your running back position.
I think there are ways that Javonte is successful.
Obviously. Oh, yeah. This could easily be a top-tier team, but it could easily go south very quickly.
Yeah. Amon-Ra Nico, Michael Pittman Jr., Zay Flowers, Brian Thomas Jr., DeMario Douglas, Xavier Legette, and Devontae Walker. This is fun.
So why is Michael Pittman getting drafted behind Marvin Harrison Jr.?
Because Michael Pittman is sort of a floor type player to me. And he kind of proved it last year a little bit that he can expand on that.
How are we going to give him he could end up with the Chiefs this year. Another player.
Michael Pittman?
Yeah, he's a free agent.
No. He's going to command too much money. He's going to be back in Indy, man. You have to think that Indy, you don't think they're going to return their wide receiver 1 for their QB? For their second-year QB.
Dumb stuff over there.
They have to. They have
hope so. But they
have to.
We hope so.
I'd say there's a 75 to 80% chance that he's back in Indy, and I think that's low.
Someone brought that up to me the other day, and I'm like, I didn't know that, but I assume he's probably going to get franchised or something.
I'd say it's probably closer to 90%.
Regardless, like we saw that he had a connection with Gardner, obviously, but as an offense, they just all improved. I don't know.
Oh my God! Everyone is theory crafting the landing spot.
This is the best part. This is the best part of Bestball in the big board.
I don't think he absolutely smashes here. I don't think he absolutely smashes.
I agree. I don't think he smashes.
Because
I think
Lamb
he's Waddle to Tyreek
so much.
Yeah, he's Tyreek to Waddle.
Yeah,
or Waddle to Tyreek.
Sure, he'll pay out ADP, but I don't think he's a top
provides upside.
10.
Yeah.
Like he'll finish like here.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I just said Marvin Harrison. It should easily be third or fourth, and it's just way too early in the second.
He's the closest thing to a sure thing though at the receiver position, and all of the comps that I'm seeing online are basically Jamar Chase-esque.
Yeah, and I wouldn't do that to anybody.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see.
We'll definitely see.
Dude, only time will tell. That's
second
the best part.
We're drafting him at his
after the Super Bowl.
Bijan Robinson, the top tier creme de la creme running back prospect, goes to one of the highest running teams. It doesn't pay off his
Let's do a little drill. If Marvin Harrison is drafted to the Cardinals, where do you put him?
I'm putting him in the third or fourth round, regardless. It doesn't matter where he goes.
Where? Behind who?
I put him in front of Neighbors. I put him right behind Pittman. That's actually a really good spot. Behind Pittman, in front of Neighbors.
Okay. Do you like him over Tank Dell? Do you like Tank Dell over Pittman?
I guess I should. Not really.
So you would have Tank Dell behind Marvin Harrison?
Yeah. Yeah, because I don't know. That's a good spot. No, okay, so behind Pittman, move Tank Dell in front of Neighbors.
Do you think Marvin Harrison Jr. could provide more upside than a Diggs end of season for one of these older receivers, Diggs or Adams?
I think Diggs' numbers throughout the season will be higher, but late season, depending on location where he goes to, and the offense that he goes to, Marvin Harrison could potentially give you good late games, late season-esque.
Now, rookies typically start slower, but I don't think like Marvin Harrison Jr., Malik Neighbors, I don't think these are guys that are actually going to start slow. I think they're going to make day one impacts.
I agree. They're going to have impact, but not second round impact. Does that make sense?
It's big. If he goes to Arizona, though, he has 150 targets.
Hopefully.
Locked up.
Hopefully. Trey McBride's a monster down there, man. He's a monster.
That's another one, though. If he does end up in Arizona, this has to fall. By the way,
that was the craziest ADP fly I ever seen. And it was so wrong to start with. It was like, what, 90, 100?
Yeah. Oh, God.
Wild.
Yeah. I wish I was drafting more early on. I was only doing like the one-a-days, just getting the feet wet for the content, getting comfortable in the rooms. He would have been one of my favorite targets. And that price was so nice, but now he's at a point where it feels to me like it's capped. It feels like it's capped, especially if you expect Marvin Harrison to come in. But he'll still have a great season, even with the wide receiver one coming in.
Imagine if he outproduces Marvin Harrison Jr. Oh, that'd be so weird.
Dude, put a money. you got to parlay that one. Be a millionaire. All right, let's get to Logan squad here in the 8 spot. Lamar Jackson, Purdy, and JJ McCarthy. Don't think you need to bring in a third, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Musgrave, Likely, and Sanders. This is a fun tight end room. You might need a fourth.
I think he needs the receivers that I kind of can see.
The Tank Bigsby click's probably going to be, for me, Noah Fant if he's still on the board, which I think he was. Yeah, he was. I think that should have been Noah Fant. Bijan, Derrick Henry, James Conner, Charbonnet, Justice Hill, Tank Bigsby. I like this group. I think if this is Fant, I'm already liking the team better.
Yeah.
But Ayuk, Neighbors, Terry McLaurin, Josh Downs, Xavier Worthy, Kerr Samuel, Polk, and A.T. Perry.
I think it's solid. Solid.
Yeah.
The nice mixture of rookies and vets and high upside second year players. A.T. Perry, Mike Thomas is going to be gone. That could be.
Kerr Samuel goes to Baltimore in this case.
Goes to the Chiefs. Smash.
I love it. Everyone goes to the Chiefs. In Felix's head, everyone goes to the Chiefs. It's unreal. They're going to have 62 receivers.
They need it. That's all we can learn how to catch.
50-man roster. Not my favorite wide receiver room, but
it's solid. Like, you're going to get production out of all of them. Xavier's going to take a little bit.
Logan was in a tough spot in this draft.
Yeah,
3 pounders here, one on the back end, double clicking.
Yeah, look at the wide receivers in that area. It gets pretty tough around Terry McLaurin.
Yeah, it does. I don't mind taking the shot on Terry.
I'm not taking Jaden Reed's too early. T. Higgins, though.
Oh, wait,
the other way.
Kingsbury and like the routes he had Hopkins run.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the prettiest if they continue to run that style offense and put Terry in that spot. But
I don't think they are.
It does fall off.
Yeah,
it does fall off after Terry, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But good drafts, everyone. Let's see how we did in the likes. Usually can indicate right now if we'll be back tomorrow. If we're at like the 30 range, we're at 25. So it's gonna be like a good 50-50. We'll see if we can get to 30 by the end of the stream, and then pretty good shot that we'll be back tomorrow night for another draft.
Oh, yeah.
Got sniped on a lot of picks.
It happens. Especially in here, man. Everybody kind of knows who we all like, so.
It's tough drafting when people have your draft guide too.
Oh,
it's always
always
fun. But Felix, you have anything for the people? You're gonna be back streaming soon, you said?
A little after March 15th, I'm gonna get back in the swing of things. I'm gonna be with Bradley's new team, and then I'm gonna be over at Bestball Nation. Probably, a slow start with on my channel, probably 3 times a week, and then whatever Bradley wants me to do over there.
Awesome. All right, my man. Well, Pounders, heard it here first. Give this man a follow. Link is in the description. And join the Discord. If you're on the Discord, links in the description too. Hope you guys have a good night. Thanks for joining us, Pounders.